Hello everybody, welcome to this video on Tutorials Point. Today we will talk in detail about presentation skills. Well, I would like you to imagine a situation. Have you at any point in your school, in your college or at your workplace ever faced a situation like this wherein your teacher or your boss at work has asked you to give a good presentation on a particular topic in front of a group of people? Well, what are the feelings that you go to? Do you feel challenged, anxious, nervous, or you feel like hiding under your bed and never coming out again? Well, if you go through such feelings, this is a video tutorial I would really urge you to watch out for. Because today we are going to talk in detail about how to give a good presentation and an effective presentation. Well, let's get started. Let's see what is there on the agenda today. We will talk about what is a presentation, what are the steps of a good presentation, anatomy of a successful presentation, and that's the crux of our module today, adding your own flavor in your presentations, how to structure your presentation, and what is the checklist for a successful presentation. Well, this is what is in store for us today, and I'm very excited to teach you because this is one of my personal favorite topics. So let's get started. Well, if we have to define what is a presentation, what do you exactly mean by the word presentation? Let's look at that. Well, a lot of people actually have a nightmare when it comes to giving a presentation in a room full of people. It is not an easy task, I must say. When I started training a couple of years back, I actually felt a nervous breakdown because of the fact that I had to give a presentation in front of a room of people. I felt dizzy, I felt nervous, and my hands started to sweat. Well, this is a phenomena which happens with most of the people. They get a nightmare about giving a presentation. You have a fear, a phobia, and that is something which we will challenge today in our presentation. Well, if we have to define what exactly is a presentation, let's look at that. It is a process of presenting the content of a topic to an audience which is consisting of one or more people. It utilizes some kind of a visual aid. It is generally a PowerPoint file containing all the slides for a given content or a speech. Well, it is a slide form of a PowerPoint presentation. You need to put together things on a slide in terms of a PowerPoint and place it in front of an audience. That is exactly what we mean by the term presentation. Let's look at what are the steps of giving a good or an effective presentation. There are certain steps which will help us. Let's look at that. The first is a strategy. Secondly, a good structure of a presentation. Presentation skills wherein the presentation actually happens. And the fourth, handling questions of the participants. Well, friends, today we are going to discuss in detail about all of these four steps which will in turn help us to make an effective presentation. Well, the first step of actually giving a presentation is formulating a strategy. Now, whenever your teacher at school or your boss at work has given you this entire project of making a presentation, the first thing, friends, you need to do is make a strategy. What is expected out of you? Why are you making the presentation? The needs of the presentation needs to be clear. So you need to ask yourself certain questions, which is you need to know the purpose of the communication. What exactly are we trying to show to people with the help of this presentation? Your communication needs to be clear. You should know the audience and their expectations. You should tailor your presentation according to the audience.